Welcome to Kapeleris Ultimate Talk TV. Be inspired, informed, and elevate your mind one step at a time. Talking about life, real estate, business, and beyond. Your host, author, speaker, real estate broker, Carmela Zita Kapeleris.
Welcome to another edition of Kapeleris Talk TV. My special guest today is the president of the Mississauga Real Estate Board, Asha Singh.
First of all, Carmela, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to be on your TV show. I admire you a lot, and I've known you for a long time, so thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, and I admire you. You're doing a great job for the Mississauga Real Estate Board. Kudos to you. Okay, well, Mississauga is the 6th largest city in Canada, and real estate played a big part in its growth. With over 713 residents and more people moving here, what do you think is the appeal for Mississauga? Why is it a great place to live, and why should people buy a home here?
Well, I'm very proud to say that I have lived most of my life here in Mississauga. I've raised both of my daughters. I think this is a great city to be in. It is so vibrant. We have so much going on in the city. We are diverse. We provide great services to our newcomers, those who come to the country. Mm-hmm. We have excellent mayor now, and we had great mayor before that. So I think it's the best city for anybody to live in.
Yes, it is. That's true. Actually, Mississauga is primarily known for the country's oldest mayor, who retired in 2014 at the age of 93. And of course, we have the great Square One shopping mall and Absolute World, which is more known as the Marilyn Monroe Towers. Yes. Everybody knows that. But what people don't know is that we also have some of the best education and schools in Mississauga. Can you expand on that?
It's quite interesting that you ask, because a lot of the residents, those who move to Mississauga, they actually go online and they check out the schools, how they are rated. We have the best rated schools in Mississauga. Yes. And you can see that from our educational credits the kids are getting and what universities they're accepted in. We have great Sheridan College now at Square One that our Mayor McCallion from before was giving out all the certificates to them.
College.
Sheridan College is there. I think
campus of University of Toronto, that's huge.
Absolutely. So I think we have a lot to offer to our young people, those who are moving in here as well.
I think that most of our schools are rated 7 out of 10 and above, which puts the majority of schools in the top 25% in Ontario. So it is a great place to live.
Absolutely. One other thing I have to mention, and I think you will really agree with that, our Mayor McCallion, who's our past mayor, was called by one of the presidents of the Toronto Real Estate Board because they had an issue with one of the Mississauga Realtor that was going to be affecting them. So the president called to speak to the mayor. Mayor took the call, and president was quite upset about what was going on. And the mayor asked, "Are you a resident of Mississauga?" And obviously the president at that time said no. "Do you have a business in Mississauga?" Said no. And the mayor's exact words were, "Then I would suggest that you call the Mississauga Real Estate Board president or an executive officer, and I'll be happy to speak to them."
Oh, that's a funny story.
Yes.
Well, you know, I want to talk about the diverse culture in Mississauga. Even though we have the suburbs and it's a great place to raise a family, we also have about 40 languages that are spoken here. Do you think that that is the attraction of the foreign buyers right now that's fueling the real estate market?
I think the way we look at it, that Mississauga embraces everybody. They embraced all the cultures, and you can see at our city center, all the functions they do, they're diverse. They will do it for Indian community, they do it for Polish community, they do it for Greek community, and we do huge Canada Day celebrations.
We have Karasaga.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I think that's a great attraction to a lot of immigrants, those who come to this country.
Right, right. That's a good answer. What do you feel that the Mississauga Real Estate Board is doing to continue the growth of the community and real estate agents as a whole?
Well, first of all, I'd like to really educate the public as well. The Mississauga Real Estate Board is really made for the realtors, but they do a lot of stuff for the community.
Yes.
We do the civic reception that we just did at the City Hall, where their federal, provincial, and municipal leaders are there, where we give out the Fireman of the Year Award, Policeman of the Year Award, Citizen of the Year Award, and also a realtor who's done a lot of community work for that. So that is our involvement with that, and we lobby for the city. And that is one of the things that most people, I don't think they know. The land transfer tax was one of the biggest issues that we defeated. The reason was Mississauga Real Estate Board, as organized real estate, worked with Ontario Real Estate Association. Toronto was not able to beat their land transfer tax. We were able to do so. So we're very proud of that we as organized real estate is working for our residents, not just for the realtors.
Right, yeah, that's a great plus for the consumer and for the buyer and seller.
Absolutely.
How about property taxes? Is there anything in the works for lowering property taxes for the consumer?
I think that would be a call to the Mayor Crombie, and I'm sure she'll be happy to answer that.
Yes, well, you're working in conjunction with the mayor, right? The
We are,
Mississauga
yes.
Real Estate Board is very much involved in government relations. Do you want to explain that?
We work with our provincial government, we work with our municipal government, we also work with our federal government, because we have 3 different tiers. And we're very proud to say the City of Mississauga, the councillors, the mayor, they all work with the Mississauga Real Estate Board. Our input is needed. With second suites, we were given an opportunity to be at the City Hall. And I think that's where our relationships are built, because they respect us and we respect them. And we work very well together.
Right. Let's talk more about second suites. What is going on right now with second suites, and how is Mississauga Real Estate Board playing a part in that?
Well, we're still working with them. So I don't think there is a really definite answer I can give you for that. But as it progresses, maybe that would be another segment we can do on the TV.
Yeah. Well, that's good. What other issues are you working on?
One of the biggest issues that we are working right now is energy audit. As you know, our provincial government wants to have green energy, and they want to really Ontario to go green. It's great, but they want to do it in a way that's going to be a hardship for the residents and also going to be hardship for the realtors. The way provincial government is working on it, that they would like the realtors to be responsible for the energy audit. We already do home audit, that is home inspections, but they would like every property that goes on the MLS is going to be required to have an energy audit before it goes on the MLS. So the people, those who are selling it privately, will not be regulated. Now, the cost we're looking at for this energy audit could be anywhere between $10,000 to $50,000, and that does not include the improvements they might have to do. So we're working with the provincial government, with our organized real estate, to work with a compromise that would help us to be green, but also not put undue pressure on our residents.
So is this for people that are selling on MLS only?
Absolutely.
That's interesting. And is there a rebate involved for any energy audit or anything they do to upgrade their house?
At this moment, there's no rebates being offered. I know that they have some programs where there's some energy efficient properties that you can get some rebate, but we don't have any specific information about the rebates yet. And this is something that would be in play for 2018, but it's a very important topic for us to work with.
And how can people get involved?
They need to call their MPPs. They need to speak to them. They have to tell them that this is going to be a hardship. We want to have energy audit. We would like it to be part of the home inspection that we do, and it's up to the buyer to accept it and know the cost of improving these items. But if we are going to put it that energy audit has to be done before your property goes on the market, that's not sustainable. A lot of people sell for different reasons.
Right.
There's a marriage breakup, there could be different reason, they're moving out of town. The energy auditors might not be available. So this is something that has to be thought through, and before we go forward with that.
What about if a person is not selling their home? Can they still get an energy audit done?
I'm sure everybody is open to that, but then they will have to go to the provincial government and ask for the auditors to be able to come and check that. And we don't know how many they will be employing. They will be obviously provincial employees, and as you know, sometimes it takes a long time to get through to even the lines to get a person to answer. So these are a lot of things we are working with.
Yes.
But we will get the answers to you once we have them.
That is a very good thing for people that are thinking of buying. Asha, how many members are there in the Mississauga Real Estate Board right now?
I believe we have 1,382.
And how many realtors are licensed realtors are there in Mississauga?
Over 5,000.
Over 5,000. Why are not all the realtors members of the Mississauga Real Estate Board? And should they be?
Sorry,
Of course.
I get very passionate about that. I personally believe that every realtor that practices in Mississauga should be member of the Mississauga Real Estate Board. The cost of membership is only $160 a year, where your organized real estate fights for all your residents and all your clients. When I look at that and I just think that you don't want to belong to a board that works for you, it really makes me quite upset. But Mississauga Real Estate Board is working with a value proposition as well. We do the lobbying, that is really important part of us, but we're also bringing the value proposition that has been brought forward by our new executive officer that I hired. He's a great guy, his name is Ray Dubash. We brought Geo Warehouse, where Mississauga Real Estate members can have it unlimited searches. As you know, with TREB, you only have 150. We have also brought a top producer. We brought the cost by half. If you're paying about $40 a month, you're able to get that access to $22 a month. We have Good Life, we brought car rentals, we have brought such different value proposition to our membership that they will be saving money by being members.
Right.
And we're also working with Otis, that is the 8 real estate boards in the West End have joined their own real estate organizations. And we are looking into also bringing the MLS system off the West to Mississauga.
Oh, okay. That is a lot of services, and more people should be members of the Mississauga Real Estate Board, because that is a lot of things that you do offer. I think, how can you get more people to, what are you doing? How are you getting members to come in?
I personally have decided that the brokerages, those who are members and are not members, both sides, myself and our executive officer are going to their offices. We're explaining it to them why they need to belong to Mississauga Real Estate Board. And I think the education has been not readily available to members before, and we would like to educate the brokerages. We do a broker breakfast. We bring them into our offices.
Yes.
We explain what we are doing. We're also working with these special super lock boxes where they will, every agent, we will know when somebody is going through your property.
Yes.
So that is safety for our clients, but also a factor for our realtors when they go for their listing presentations.
Yes, that's really good. And what do you think of all the new people coming into, all the new realtors right now coming into the industry, and some of them are part-time? Most of them are part-time, and there's just a very few that have made a career out of it full-time. What is your take on that?
I love their energy. I love the new agents coming in. But what I think that what I have noticed that a lot of the agents don't have any experience. The brokerages do hire them, and I'm sure the brokers are very busy. They don't have time to spend with every agent. When these new agents bring the offers to the table, they really don't know what they're doing.
Right.
The offers can be prepared by their staff, but they don't know how to present an offer. They don't know how to conduct themselves. And I think it's a shame. There should be a mentorship program where a new agent should work with an experienced agent for about a year, learn how the business is done, and then go on forward from that.
Right, exactly, because literally after you take your real estate course, you do not know anything about sales or how to conduct. Basically, you're just learning the legalities and terminology of everything. So they don't have any experience, and they do need a mentorship. I mean, every other occupation does have a mentorship before they actually can do it on a full-time basis, because it's very dangerous. We're talking about lots of money involved here, lawsuits, and you know, it's the biggest investment that people make in their lives, right?
Absolutely, and I just think it is up to our broker managers to provide that mentorship to the new agents. It should be, we welcome you into the industry, but you really don't have any hands-on experience.
Yes.
You should have that by really watching how it's done.
Training.
Absolutely.
Training under an experienced agent.
And it's almost like an apprenticeship, if you look at it. It's something we should promote, because I think it'll bring more professionalism to our industry.
Right, absolutely. What do you feel is the biggest challenge facing the real estate industry right now?
I think what is happening is we do have a large number of realtors. A lot of them are in this industry part-time. And I think what's that done is it really ruins the reputation for all the good agents, those who work full-time in this industry. And when I look at it, is that sometimes they the clients don't have respect for the agents. And I just think it because of professionalism, how we handle
Right,
ourselves.
yes.
And that is one of the challenges that I think is in the public's opinion, that real estate agents make the good money, but what do they do for it? I think
Right.
they need to be, that value has to be promoted. We
Yes.
have to bring this professionalism back into our industry, not just with public, but with each other.
Yes,
I find
yes.
that's one of the challenge I find is when you're dealing with realtors, you would like feedback. You would like to go back to your clients. And I think that is one of the things we're facing. Plus, with TREP that's going on with all the data sharing. I think information should be available, but it should be passed on to the public. That is the right way so we can protect some of the information that public does not want to give out, but we should be able to give it to what is available to us.
Asha, for people that don't know this, explain what you're talking about, data sharing, and what is happening, what is going to come up in the future
As you know,
regarding solds being made public, correct?
Absolutely. The Competition Bureau, as you know, they've been going back and forth with Toronto Real Estate Board. And what we are talking about is a lot of the information is protected for reasons. Some people don't want that information given to their neighbors or general public for what they did, how much they sell their home for.
Right, that's
and what we
very
are,
private.
Absolutely. And as realtors, we do provide that information, but in a way that is safe for our
Yes.
clients. And it's been going on for a while.
We have different rules that we abide by.
Absolutely. And a lot of the companies, those who are now, they are really charging a lot less commission, but they want the public to just go on and have that information on their own because they are
Right.
they don't want to service their clients the same way as you and I do in a way, or a lot of full-time realtors do,
Right.
because they are available to their clients,
Right.
but a lot of them not. So they just want the free information, not having to do anything for it.
Right.
We would like to protect it if we can,
Protect it.
and serve it the right way.
Serve it the right way, because once this information is made public, it can get into a lot of different hands, not only the general consumer, but you have companies that can use that information to manipulate sales, and they can start really hassling people that they know have sold their house, which is what we don't want. We don't do that in the
No.
industry. That's how it's protected.
And
So-
some of the things to talk about is like some of the information when the properties are vacant, what day the deal is closing. A lot of the people even go to the hot water tank people contacting these clients because they know they're moving into their new home or they're selling it.
Right.
We want to protect the information that our clients don't want to pass it on to everybody.
Right, exactly.
And that's really important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll see, when is this decision going to be made?
Well, it's in the works. So as it's being appealed, I don't know exactly when it's going to come down, but we will all be made aware of it when that happens.
I have another question for you, Asha. Should all the real estate boards amalgamate? What's your opinion on that?
Well, that will be a
Wouldn't it be
melting.
easier for everybody?
I think information should be shared. I truly believe in that. But making all the boards into one does not make sense. Every city, every municipality has its own challenges. Talk about the example of land transfer tax for Mississauga. If we did not have a Mississauga real estate board, nobody would be fighting for Mississauga. And it's true.
Right.
Toronto Real Estate Board, I know they're over 40,000 strong, but were not able to defeat their land transfer tax. And we are talking about small boards, could be Kitchener, Waterloo, Hamilton is a big board, but there are a lot of other boards, and they need to survive for their community. You cannot just put them all under one umbrella,
Right.
because it will take away their identity. And as you know, all the board of directors and the president themselves, we're volunteers. We
Yes,
do
that's
this
right.
because we care about our community, we care
Right.
about our real estate professionals. So this, I don't think putting them all into one would be the answer.
Yeah, what about just amalgamating the Peel region? Brampton, Mississauga, I think Caledon?
Well, as you know, that our mayor wants to Mississauga to be on its own. So at this moment, I would say
So
that
you're going to stick with her.
I definitely will. I think Mississauga board, we are over 65 years old. Some of our members have had their golden anniversary. They've been members for 50 years, as you have been member over 25 years.
Yes,
I-
almost 30.
Almost 30. I just celebrated my 30 years.
Oh, congratulations.
So thank you. But it's important to have the Mississauga Real Estate Board that you can belong to and be proud of.
Yes, and having said that, I want to thank you for being on the show. And thank you for all your great advice, and keep doing the great job that you're doing as
Thank you
the
very much.
board president.
Thank you very much, Carmela. Really appreciate the opportunity and look forward to seeing you again.